Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about the probable formations which Atletico de Madrid may be using in their this upcoming season, which is just there now. I mean, it has started. La Liga has officially started now. So, in this La Liga season of 24 to 25, which formation probably Atletico de Madrid is gonna use? So before, like, during while I'm making this video, the I just want to clear one thing that the transfer of Gallagher has been kind of stalled a bit thanks to some shenanigan performed by Chelsea in the deal of Samu and all. But I'm being optimistic and I'm assuming that I'm not assuming. I'm pretty sure I am like as a person. I'm hopeful and from what it looks like, definitely Gallagher is gonna be an Atletico player and that is what we all want. Probably, I hope. I hope. So yeah. So let's get into this video. So here I have two formations which I personally believe our team is gonna play, and these two formations which we're gonna play, I think will depend on the teams again whom we're gonna play. Okay, so one formations which is front of you is the one which is 5-1-2-2, which I think we're gonna play. It's kind of similar to the formation we had in previous season, but definitely there is more quality and more legs, for lack of better words, in the players here. So this is a formation which I personally believe we're gonna play in important matches, like say in the derby matches like against Madrid and Real Madrid, and in the matches against Barcelona and probably other big important teams like Bilbao. And we cannot discount the fact that Real Sociedad, Villarreal, and Real Betis, they're all doing good. So in those kind of matches, I believe we're gonna play this kind of formation, and of course in important matches against big teams in Champions League and whenever and hopefully when we get into knockout stage. So this formation is basically kind of one where it's more based on counter pressing. I mean counter attack. Here, as you can see, we have got in this formation. I believe Sorloth is not going to be the starter. He's going to be more of a. I think he's going to be from. He's going to come from substitute as a super sub in the second half from the bench. Providing those new legs near the attack, near the post. For more clinical finishes and all. And see this formation. The reason why I'm going on with this is because I think personally this is what we're gonna play, and this is what kind of is a formation which is more into this Simeone DNA, which a lot of fans of other football clubs have seen us play. So here, as you can see, we've got our five defenders at the back. We've got three centre backs: Lenormand, Jimenez, and Witzel. And Jimenez is gonna play the role of sweeper, I believe, and I am hoping that it's gonna be the case. And other than that, we've got Llorente and Lino. So of course, they're both gonna be our wing backs. Llorente on the right back and Lino on the left back. They both were really good and important players in our previous season. So whenever if let's say for example Real Madrid, let's like they're the elephant in the room. If for example, let's say if they're gonna attack, so you can expect this formation to be kind of parking the bus. You would expect both Lino and Llorente to come back, and of course Lenormand, Witzel be back, and Koke. I have put Koke on defensive midfield because I personally like he was his at his best at the left midfield position. But now since he's 32 and we've got Gallagher, and we really don't want to waste Gallagher's speed and legs he possesses, and the kind of clutch moments he has given Chelsea in previous season, we're gonna have him at central midfield, probably at right midfield. Maybe it can be like he's here and DePaul is here. So I may be wrong, but that is how I believe it's gonna be. But yeah, I just gonna put it here. I'm gonna put Gallagher and DePaul in central midfield, and Koke being the the pivot defensive midfield in front of our sweeper position. So yeah, you can expect Koke be also a bit, like he'll be at his position. He's gonna be the pivot, and Gallagher and DePaul to trace back a bit. And of course, you've got Griezmann here. He's gonna also come near during this attacking midfield position, and I expect Alvarez to be the sole striker here. This is how we're gonna be in front of teams like Real Madrid when they're pressing pretty high. They're attacking as fuck, for lack of better words. And when it comes to attack, okay, so this is where you'd expect this is gonna be the time we're gonna do our counter. So now Griezmann gonna go up. Okay, yep, here Griezmann it is. He's gonna be like he's gonna play second striker here, and of course Alvarez is gonna be front. But I personally believe they both are kind of a second striker player, but Alvarez has more of that number 9 thing in him. So definitely he's gonna be up, like he's gonna be above Griezmann at this position, and Griezmann gonna provide a lot of creativity. And Koke, as he's our pivot, and Gallagher and DePaul gonna go up. Specifically, they're gonna try to make those runs, and of course we've got Lino, Llorente. They're gonna just gonna use exploit those flanks, which they've got. They're gonna be the wingers coming forward. And now like you're gonna see Lenormand and Witzel get spread, and Jimenez being the sweeper. So this is the kind of position which I believe we're gonna be when we're in terms of counter which we're gonna do. And of course, like, this is how I expect it to be. I may be wrong, and if it works with me being wrong, I'll be more than happy with that. But that is how I believe it's gonna be in this position. So now we're gonna go on the next position, which I think we're gonna use. So guys, so this is the second, the formation which I think we're gonna use. And of course, man, all the quality signings which we have done in this season, we've got to use them, man. We got to exploit the opponents in terms of using the spaces, using our creativity we have on the pitch, and scoring more goals or be more attacking position. So this is why I think this position is gonna be the one we're gonna use in terms of maybe like against teams, probably against whom they're kind of where we can play more attacking, we can experiment a bit more. And okay, so 4-1-2-3, this is okay. So in this position I've got Alvarez and Sorloth as, of course, the two strikers here. I think Griezmann is going to be there as a playmaker in the forward position, like kind of a number 10, the kind of similar position he plays in national team, with like him being the playmaker here there. But I think here he's going to be more forward going because he's at Atletico, and we're going to be looking more attacking in this position. Though I think he can even play as a false nine if that position suits him, maybe like this. But I personally believe the way Griezmann is, and the way how deep he traces back, I think that will be better. Maybe a false nine might also work for him, but I think this is how it's gonna be. So in this position, see, we're gonna have four at the back with Lino and Llorente as our left and right back respectively, and they're gonna come. And I think I expect us to play very high line in this kind of formation, very high line. Yeah. Okay, so that is how I believe. So in terms of attacking, I'd expect when we go on attack, you know, you'd expect Griezmann to go front, just go front, and Sorloth, of course, he's gonna be there, and Alvarez is gonna also exploit the spaces and all, gonna do some link up play, and he's gonna go like this. And the in terms of creativity, I think like Sorloth is gonna be like he's gonna be our go-to one, like full on number nine. Whereas I think in terms of ability and playmaking, I would expect Griezmann and Alvarez to kind of link up, and they both kind of swap between their places. That is something which can happen, which might be pretty useful for us. That's why I have this kind of arrow here. And of course, DePaul and Gallagher gonna go. They're gonna press, and I'd expect Koke to trace back a bit more. Kind of from that pivot defensive midfield to kind of a sweeperish position. Witzel and Lenormand get a bit wide, and of course we got Lino and Llorente getting up. Using exploiting those flanks. You've got like either it can be like this, and like this is how it's gonna be, I believe personally. And when it comes to like sometimes you have Lino or Llorente, if we are able to exploit the opponents with in this 3-4-3 position, if we are able to exploit the opponents from the flanks, or maybe if we have to work centrally, like when it's on flank, I'd expect all three of them to be there. We're gonna have a three forward system. you know this is how it's gonna be, I believe, because of the talent these guys possess, Lino and Llorente. But if maybe it's centrally, then I'd expect both, the same, that swapping of position between Alvarez and Griezmann. So that is how I believe it's gonna be then. And at that point of time, they're both gonna trace a bit more back, and they're gonna focus sending the ball, passing the ball through the center. And we've got Gallagher, Vermeeren. We've got a lot of, you know, what you can say, like we've got a lot of quality here this season, which is great. This is how I expect us to be then. When it comes, if it is centrally, we are able to exploit the team more. This is how I'd expect it to be, kind of this position. Like, yeah. So yeah, like this is how I expect it to be. They both can come forward, and maybe like if Sorloth is able to focus more on his off-ball movement, other than being a service-dependent striker, then maybe he can even allow Griezmann and Alvarez to go more and be more lethal in front of goals. So that is how I think we're gonna attack. And it comes of defense, because in this kind of position, defense, like whenever you play this kind of a highline-esque formation, you really have to take care of the counter press and attack which may come with it, which like we have to really be cautious with against team like Alavs and you know Alavs, and of course like Deportivo, like, yeah, because like Osasuna, like we got defeated from those teams. So whenever they be, you'd expect Gallagher, come on man, you gotta use those legs, Gallagher, and a bit, yes, of course, the ball to trace a bit more back. And given the fact that how deep Alvarez go, like Griezmann go, he's gonna go from there to attacking midfield position. Like he's gonna go from there to second striker, and you'd expect Alvarez to be there. Yep, and of course Lino and Llorente are gonna race back as well. So like yeah, this is how it will be. I personally believe, and to to help in pressing, and of course our pivot. Oh come on, like apologies. And of course, Cook is gonna go up front. You'd expect them to come a bit more near the goal post, lay Norman and Witzel. Like they're gonna run like this, and this is how I'd expect us to be. Yeah, like yes, this is how I think it'll be. Or maybe you'd expect them to be a bit more wide, Gallagher and DePaul, and of course Griezmann and Alvarez maybe traced back together, and of course kind of a Christmas tree for lack of better words. We'll have here. So yeah, like this is how I personally believe this is gonna happen. Like this is how we're gonna be tracing back when it comes to the balls, the counter press all. So yeah, this is how I feel we're gonna play against teams in this season. I hope you like this video. This is all I had for this video, and I hope it was useful for you. It's informative, and of course, and thanks for watching till the end. I hope you like this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and follow for more. So yeah, that is all for today, and gracias.